Bulletcast for life.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know the name, you know the voice, you know exactly why I'm here. The microphone Messiah, Phillip Antoine. Joined by the Canadian Destroyer, BT Brandon Tanguma. It is Tuesday. We are here to give you the recap of the Palooza that was Wrestle on ESPN. The ESPN era is here. Brandon, how do you feel?
Well, to be honest, don't care too much. As I said, I'm Mr. VPN over here, so I watched it on Netflix. But I did see some people on the internet. As we all know, the internet can be somewhat of a bubble. I saw a lot of people complaining, frustrated about the ESPN Unlimited streaming service because there's complications on who has it, who doesn't, how do you access it, and all this other good fun stuff.
Guys, we broke it down for you. If you're not listening to this show, then you didn't know what to do. We broke it. I gave you a great breakdown. Brandon knew he did the VPN gimmick. I told you, you do the Hulu, Disney's in hot water right now given recent events, but that's neither here nor there at this point. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, you got Hulu, you get the Disney bundle, you add ESPN on for like 10 extra bucks or something. Then if you go to your Disney app, you can see, I heard people were like, they were on Disney Plus and saw the big Wrestlepalooza banner and whatnot. You can watch Wrestlepalooza on ESPN. You can watch it on Hulu. You can watch it on Disney. You can watch it on Netflix internationally if you have a VPN. Or, I didn't watch it on either of these platforms, actually. I watched it live, but I'm not on either of these platforms. I can't disclose how I watched it, but I did that.
Exactly. There are many different forms you can access these pay-per-views, or sorry, PLEs. But yeah, it did feel as though this ESPN deal was rushed, and there is a lot of confusion, I would say, in terms of.
I wouldn't even say rushed, bro. Like, it just came out of nowhere. Like, when they announced that they were going to do Netflix with Raw, we're like, okay, cool, this is massive. Did not expect in the same calendar year that ESPN would hop on the WWE money train. I mean, if you look at it, it's crazy. I mean, TKO has taken over the company, and they have more exposure now more than ever. I'd think. I mean, they're on Netflix, they're on ESPN by way of Hulu, by way of Disney. They're on USA, they're on the CW. They're still on Peacock. Like they are everywhere. It's crazy.
They are all over the place. They have their hands in many different buckets right now. Now, is that helping the fans? One could argue no.
Because this is, I think that's this topic. I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. We're gonna have to do a bonus podcast because we're gonna have to dedicate a lot of time to that topic about like WWE and the fan service, because I was seeing people were already listing the ticket prices for Mania, and I was just like, Godspeed and good luck, man. But we're here to talk about Wrestlepalooza, the first PLE on ESPN of the ESPN era. We kicked it off with the Beast Incarnate versus.
Well, technically we didn't. We kicked it off with Triple H because we always have to have Papa Trips be the center of attention when we have these big old new.
Okay, nobody was complaining when he did it for NXT. Nobody was complaining. Now all of a sudden.
And we also did get a new Then Now Forever Together gimmick.
See, these fans, man, I don't understand. When that pipe bomb got cut all those years ago, oh man, when Hunter gets the business, it's gonna be in the shitter. He comes up with NXT. Oh, he's the greatest booker of all time. Blah blah blah. And now I'm seeing after Wrestlepalooza all these worst booker of the year awards. Like, what are we doing, guys? One. I'm sick of the back and forth. This isn't an Aaliyah record. Pick one. You like him or you don't. I'm tired of the in between. God damn it. But yes. Of course, Hunter has to welcome you to the ESPN era. I mean, who else? Who else was going to do it?
Nick Khan, get Nick Khan out there.
He was out. We saw him on TV.
He's always there
for another
scowling in the crowd
for another segment. We saw him, but we'll talk about that later on. Yeah, Hunter welcomes us to the ESPN era. We get to the Beast Incarnate versus the GOAT, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. It was a repeat of 2014. How does Brock Lesnar look even bigger than the last time we saw him? Jesus.
Well, I could maybe say how he's doing it, but I don't know if those for legal purposes. I'm just gonna keep those thoughts and accusations to myself.
At his age, that can't be good. Like you, I would hope not. Jeez, I mean, like, but yeah, Brock Lesnar's he's back and he's jacked and he decimated John Cena. We finally got an answer on SmackDown. Why did Brock Lesnar come back? He's here to end the retirement tour early. Yeah.
And then, spoiler alert, John Cena's gonna wrestle AJ Styles in like 3 weeks in Australia.
Well, I
But
mean,
anyways,
yeah, yeah, but those dates were still going to happen. Like, come on now.
I mean the match itself, it was not as strong as that SummerSlam 14 match where Brock Lesnar just like suplexed him however many times and like murdered him. But it was a prolonged beatdown. Cena did get like one kind of hope moment in where he did get one attitude adjustment, but Brock
He had
just
like
basically
three
no
in a
sold it.
row.
Or three. And he just basically popped up, no sold them all. We also did forget we did the whole intro gimmick where John Cena once again is announced as the last real world champion, which don't know how that helps the future of the company, but that's neither here nor there. But we also did get Paul Heyman come in and announce Brock
Yes,
Lesnar for his entrance.
yes. On
Um,
SmackDown, Brock Lesnar. I mean, the lead up to this, he decimated Corey Graves. Corey Graves took great bumps on those F5s. Brock's leaving. He sees Paul Heyman, says we should talk, and then Paul Heyman introduced the Beast Incarnate. It's like old times.
yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what that will entail on Netflix during one of those commercials because I watch a little bit of Netflix live before football. And I got, Mr. VPN over here. I got to see those special promos during the commercial breaks. Byron Saxon did a promo with Paul Heyman, brought that up, and then Paul Heyman just didn't really say anything. So clearly there's something there. It's gonna lead to something. Maybe this whole point of Brock Lesnar getting built back up is for Braun Breaker. And we get a Braun Breaker Brock Lesnar match at WrestleMania with Paul Heyman stuck in the middle. I
I
mean, that would
mean,
make sense.
do you think Brock Lesnar believes in the vision?
I think he believes in his own vision. He's not going to be a part of. Brock Lesnar should not be a part of any faction ever. He's his own guy. He walks alone, like Batista.
No, but I mean, Batista. Where is Batista? I'm sorry. Will we see him in Saudi? Random fact. Random thought.
I doubt it because if you've seen Batista recently, if you think The Rock is skinny, Batista even skinnier.
I mean, it's 2 years. It's 2 years to bulk up.
I think also Batista at his age has said he doesn't want to get that big ever again because he also had to get big for whatever M. Night Shyamalan movie he did, and he was
Yeah,
like,
he
"Yeah,
got.
I'm not ever getting that big again because I can't get down as quickly as I used to be."
Yeah, I mean, he was a thick boy for that movie. Jesus. But yeah, I mean, Brock decimates John.
We
I
had
told you. I
kids
told
crying in
you.
the crowd. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. I mean, kids cried when Macho Man got bit by Jake the Snake. So this happens. Children cry.
Yeah, I mean, I can't like sit here and say, "Oh my God, what are we doing with Brock Lesnar and John Cena right now?" Because clearly, I think they have some sort of plan in place. It is interesting that thus far, John Cena hasn't really. I mean, he put over Cody. He lost to Cody, but Cody, is kind of a made man, similar to Brock. So, in this kind of Cena retirement tour, he's kind of going back, playing the greatest hits. He's not really facing anybody new, outside of Logan Paul, I would say, but he beat Logan Paul. Um, so and you thought maybe this would lead to a prolonged absence from Cena, but I forgot that Perth is right around the corner. I didn't realize it was so close. And like we said, he's just going to face AJ Styles at in like 3 weeks, and I would not be shocked if we don't even see Cena until those Perth shows, which I
Well,
think
yeah, he's not advertised until the pay per view, the PLE.
I think he might be advertised for like those Raws and SmackDowns though. But
Well, he's not on SmackDown anymore. He had his
or sorry,
last.
the Raw.
Those are in November.
I don't know. Wait a minute, there's a Raw in Australia in November, but then there's a Australian pay per view in October. I'm so confused.
I mean,
I can't keep up with all these dates.
well, you want them to just have a residency in one place for a few weeks?
Yeah, in front of like 1,000 people.
I mean, that's basically what that COVID Raw was out here. It was how many people was in the audience? Like 300 something.
Well, I don't know if that was COVID Raw. I think that was just 2019 Raw.
No, that was a COVID Raw. It was. Dude, I had to show my vaccination card to get in the building.
I forget.
Yeah, 2019 Raw was packed. We were there. We watched Carmelo win the title.
Yeah, and the Fiend scare the poop out of Seth Rollins.
Absolutely. Good times. Moving on from that, what was next?
We had the Vision. Speaking of the Vision, we had the Braun Brawns take on the Usos in a tag team match and a
It's
last minute addition with LA Knight being the special guest referee.
it's not paranoia. It's a what?
The Usos.
Yeah, it's a Uso. Shout out to the Usos with the army colors going back to their days of reality of wrestling. Yeah, man. I mean, the Bronze, they got the win. They got the win. Bronson Reed pinned Jey Uso.
Yeah,
Bronson Reed pinned a former world champion.
Jey Uso bashed Braun Breaker, or sorry, Bronson Reed, I think, with a chair, but it bounced like awkwardly back. I didn't even see it like in real time because then
Yeah.
Jey just came up just profusely bleeding. I don't know if they just went straight to the finish after that because of the blood, but then Braun Breaker spears Jimmy through a table, and like you said, then I think he spears Jey as well, and that sets up the tsunami for the win. LA Knight was the special guest referee, and they played up some tension between him and Jey for the most part. No real, angle in terms of, a turn. LA Knight, God bless him, calling spots very loudly throughout the match. But that's just par for the course with LA Knight, whether he's a referee or a wrestler.
He's just yelling. He's not calling spots. He's just yelling. What?
He's just yelling, go back in the ring, but not quite yet because Paul Heyman has to give the chair to one of the Braun Browns.
Yeah.
And then yelling for Braun Breaker to hit the spear. And then
Show ass back in the ring. What are you gonna do? Spear him? That's what he didn't tell him to spear him. He said, "What are you gonna do? Spear him?" That's what he's. Come on, see, Brandon, you have to pay.
That's because I never stepped foot in the ring before.
That's not even that. You just have to pay attention to what you're seeing.
I got that speaker. I thought I got a good Bose speaker, but I guess not. I got to upgrade now.
Got to get you the Beats pill, brother.
Yep.
Yeah. Pills and potion. I'm sorry. Shout out Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Jimmy Uso's Swanton. I mean, that's become a meme now.
It has. I haven't seen that meme yet.
Yeah, the form of the Swanton was so good that whenever they you haven't seen these Yeet memes now? He's the Y in Yeet. It's actually it's very nice. The form on that Swanton was picture perfect. It was like 2001 Jeff Hardy. It was prime. Excellent Swanton.
No, good for him. Unfortunately, not good enough to get the win here. I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, he was put through a table, man. Like, what do you expect?
A Slim Jim table.
Yes, he snapped into a Slim Jim.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jey, he appears to be okay. I mean, that boy was gushing. It added. We got some color on the show. It added to it. But yeah, then they needed this victory, and I mean, it's nice. Jey pinned Bronson at SummerSlam, so Bronson pins him here. We'll see where they go with this.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense. I think I picked the Bronze to get the win here because they lost at SummerSlam, and even the LA Knight edition almost made it like almost a guarantee. And it was, like I said, he didn't get involved in the finish, but he was kind of yapping at Jey Uso and talk about it on the regular podcast about what happened on Raw, but nothing too special here. It was just basically another match. Then we had the vacated Women's Championship.
Women's World Championship.
Sorry, Women's World Championship. On the line, Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer. This one went Farquhar? Not to be confused with Lord Farquhar.
Farquhar? Do you remember Maurice's theme song? Farquhar. Or is that just me? I'm sorry. Yes. Look, this match had no sauce going into it, but god damn it, these women delivered. God, this was the match of the night. Jesus. Shout out, man. Shout out to the genius of the sky, man. Shout out to Stephanie Vaquer. I almost said Vaquer. You see, I almost did the bit. I'm sorry. They killed it. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought this was by far best match of the night. I thought both women, delivered in ring wise. They just kind of wrestled back and forth. There was two baby faces having a match. No one turned. No one, did anything dastardly really. They just went in there, did a match, and big pop for Phillip. I know because we had a mother effing spiral tap on. It
wasn't a spiral tap. It was a corkscrew. It was a corkscrew moonsault.
Sorry. They called it a spiral tap.
They shouldn't. Yeah, the spiral tap is when you land with your back on your opponent. She landed with her abdomen on her opponent. You see, you have to know the difference. See, I need to be doing commentary over there. I know the difference.
I mean, she landed. I know she landed it clean. She didn't, landed straight on her. Didn't
No,
even
I mean
move.
it's what didn't Naito used to do that in Japan, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
I forgot what he called it, but I mean, but she did that moonsault and her when her knees hit that canvas, I said, oh my, she had the knee pads down, like they were going for it, man. This was excellent. But yeah, shout out to Stephanie Vaquer, man. Woman's world. I mean, she signed last year. She's been the North American champion. She's been NXT champion. Now she's the world champion. You love to see it. She won the title in front of her dad. It was her father's first time ever seeing her wrestle live, and she became the world champion. You love to see it.
Yeah, great. I mean, like I said, great match. And the way they framed this definitely felt as though they are making this the Stephanie Vaquer era. So I'm happy to see that they could have gone the easier route and gone with Io and maybe Asuka gets involved and we just go simply Io and
I
Asuka
mean,
for the title. But no, they
but
are going with Stephanie and it looks as though this is going to be her, she's going to be the woman on Raw.
we're going to Perth. You know she's gonna have to tangle with mommy.
Well, Stephanie probably got to wrestle Tiffy. It's gonna be Tiffy time in Perth because they're doing these
That's right,
stupid.
Crown Jewel. Crown
They're
Jewel.
they're,
That's
they're
right.
doing these dumb title for title. Well, not title for title, but just champion versus champion matches.
They did them last year.
Well, it's just like the Survivor Series gimmicks where it's like brand warfare.
It's not brand. There's no brand warfare.
But it is basically the same thing. It's like, oh, it's time to have the champions face each other because it's for the Crown Jewel Championship, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan needs to come back and defend her title.
Well, she can't.
Cody's defending his title.
Well, because he won it back in time.
Yeah,
Liv Morgan can't defend it because she's hurt.
she still has a championship. What, are they gonna pry it from her cold dead hands?
You do realize this is kind of like the Super Bowl, like the team that won last year doesn't automatically get to go defend it. You do understand this, right?
Well, I mean, technically, you are able to defend it because you're actually wrestling, and you still have the season. So
Okay, but you have to make it to the point when this is the thing. Liv is injured. She wasn't even the world champion a couple months ago. She was a tag team champion. Cody, he lost the championship in April. He was able to get it back in August. Was able to. I mean, we'll talk. We're going to talk about
justice
the.
for Liv.
We're going to. I mean, come on, justice for Liv all the time. Hello. We're going to talk about the end of Wrestlepalooza. So this was the women's world title, and then what else happened?
Um, I forget when this happened, but Stephanie McMahon's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes,
Undertaker came out.
congratulations to the $1 billion princess, Stephanie McMahon, one of the great characters of the Attitude Era, one of the most overheel acts of all time. Congratulations.
I mean, just no way how I don't know how she was able to get that gig, especially this far out in advance. It's very rarely we get.
Yeah, this far out in advance is crazy. They've never done this.
Yeah, I know, but they're pushing her hard. She has like a deal with ESPN because she has the Stephanie's Places thing. So
I mean, I think the VP telling people to get a VPN, she should go in the Hall of Fame for that alone.
exactly, real MVP. But yeah, it's I don't know if she will be the top person. Like, is she going to be the last person to speak, and everyone's just kind of built around Stephanie? Once again, would not shock me if that's the case, but um, there might be other people involved. But
This will be the first time in 30 years that a McMahon has gone in the Hall of Fame. Who was the first McMahon to go in the Hall of Fame? Her grandfather, Vince Sr., in 1996.
there you go.
See, come on. You're supposed to have these stats ready to go, Brandon.
Well, as you guys know, I'm not really the WWE Hall of Fame guy.
You're supposed to have these stats ready to go, regardless if you care or not.
I care about Wrestlepalooza, and I care about AJ Lee returning to the ring because she returned with her husband, CM Punk. And
how long was this match?
It was 29 minutes and 18 seconds. Go to our friends at Wikipedia.
It felt like it.
Yeah, this match.
This was a long one. This was a long boy.
It overstayed its welcome a little bit. There's a lot of goo goo gaga in it. They milked the moment of trying to get AJ into the match. AJ finally
As
did
you
make.
should. That's what they wanted.
I mean, it made sense to milk it. But then, like I said, you could have taken a couple minutes off and maybe added it to I don't know, maybe like a SmackDown triple threat title match or something. I don't know. But
I mean, there was a crumbling of tables. Everybody was hitting each other's finishers. Becky got put in a sharpshooter. AJ stomped the hell out of Seth. Seth probably did the best GTL sell of all time. A lot happened. A lot happened. Becky Lynch tapped out. No, she didn't tap out. She was trying to swat away a bee. If you've seen on her Instagram, she was trying to swat away a bee. and then the crooked referee, Ref Jess, apparently, this is all coming from Becky Lynch. You can go check her IG. She said the ref was crooked, had it in for her since the get go, thus calling the match and saying it was over.
It's a damn shame. I mean, how the hell is a bee going to get inside the Indianapolis arena? They got to. She has to talk to the building inspector or something. Like,
Yeah, to talk to the.
how does a bee get all the way into that vicinity? Not just barely on the inside, all the way in the middle
This
of the arena.
this is Pat McAfee's town. Did we blame Pat McAfee?
I mean, he was on the show.
Shout out, shout out.
And he just left halfway through. I don't think he was even for the Stephanie EO match. I think he just did the first two matches and dipped.
I mean, it's okay. That's okay. In and out, Pat. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this was a lot happened in this contest.
The match was long, but the crowd was kind of in it for the majority of it, so it's kind of hard to say like it was the wrong thing to do. But just kind of like as a viewer, I did feel as though it overstayed its welcome just a little bit, a little overindulgent, and there was maybe a little too much gimmickry, especially kind of like at the end with the kind of like the table spots and AJ getting thrown into both guys and they just absolutely just exploded and just like fell all over the place because little old AJ ran into them.
Well, those tables aren't as sturdy as they used to be.
They look real sturdy. They look made of plastic and
They're not as
metal
stable
and
as
wood.
because remember the old tables like they didn't really break a lot of the time. So yeah, yeah. Nonetheless, Punk and AJ Lee get the victory.
Yeah, and no CM Punk or AJ to be found on Raw. Punk and or Becky and Seth were kind of selling it on Raw.
Oh, but can we talk about their entrance? Can we talk about the entrance?
They went all the way up and then came all the way back down.
Yes, yes, because they're above.
Matching outfits. I did think Becky and Seth's outfits did look nice, as you
Are you?
expect.
I was at a little watch party. With the undisclosed way I was able to consume this pay per view or PLE. I'm sorry. They people thought they weren't it. I was like, you know what? This is their characters. I messed with the outfits, the purple and blue. I liked it. There's a nice clashing of colors. I may have to get some purple and blue.
Maybe, but Seth gonna do his thing with Cody in Australia. Maybe Punk and AJ. Punk is a relatively full timer, but he still has kind of his moments where he takes the time off. So I'd not be shocked if maybe both of them kind of miss the Australia show and they come back for Survivor Series.
Um, Last match on the card, WWE Championship.
Yes, sir. It is
Scottish
Cody.
Psychopath, Drew McIntyre, going up against Cody Luther King. How long was this?
17-17.
Cody retained, as we know. What happened to Drew? Like, I mean, is he just that great of a worker?
I mean, we got we had some crooked refereeing with Becky. We also had some crooked refereeing with Drew in the main event because what's his name? Doesn't he have Bay Area roots? I forget his name, but
Bao Nguyen, shout out Bao.
he was on the outside fixing something when Drew had like a 10 count on Cody, and then Drew was going to do a perfectly legal maneuver, kicking Cody into the Spanish announce table, but the referee was in his way and stopped him, and that gave him enough time to duck out the way. And then Drew just couldn't recover. His leg was tattered up, could not stand. And that's how he got like a super cutter and a crossroads for the win. So would not be shocked if Drew complains about the referee on SmackDown. But I thought it was a perfectly fine match. Like it was not the typical main event, kick out of 20 different finishers type of wrestling match we see in the main events. But I thought for what it was trying to do, I thought it told a good story.
I thought something was going to happen. We were promised surprises, and as wrestling fans, we think, oh, who's coming back? I'm like, is Rock's music gonna hit? Like who is something going to happen here? Is somebody gonna attack Cody in a black hoodie? Like, I was expecting something, and nothing happened.
Well, I mean, I think this is what happens when like the TKO people or ESPN people, whoever was, gassing up the show. It's like, oh, and I think Triple H probably said some stuff too, like, oh, expect surprises and expect something, crazy to happen. And then
the surprise was Stephanie going in the Hall of Fame. Duh.
Yeah, nothing really happened. Like it was a perfectly fine B-level pay-per-view for WWE, but
well, apparently the guy that reviewed it gave it a C, and then he was putting over All Out on Twitter. The dude that did that write-up that's been going around.
I mean, it was like if your expectations were Like if you didn't know this was an ESPN show and it was just like another show, like in the middle of September, in between SummerSlam and Survivor Series, you'd be like, it was fine. You had the spectacle of AJ coming back. You had the actual, the good wrestling of EO and Stephanie. But, I know there were people who, along with the complication just getting the show to begin with, maybe have had high expectations that because this was an ESPN show for the first time, that they were going to bust at all the gimmicks, and they just didn't.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna bust it all out some other time. What is your overall grade of WrestlePalooza?
I'm going to give WrestlePalooza. I'll give it a B minus. Like I said, I thought everything was perfectly fine for what it was. I thought the women's title match kind of carried it to from being a C because I thought the match was that good. Could have shaved a little bit off the mixed tag match, but nothing was really offensive outside of maybe Brock Lesnar killing John Cena. But that
That's the
has
most newsworthy thing that happened.
has to be wait to be determined on the final end product of both what Cena and Brock. I think this means more to Brock than what it means to Cena because I think Cena he does this all the time. He just shrugs off whatever just happened. And he just moves on to the next project.
Yeah, that's what actors do. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'll give it a B minus too. Decent stuff. We will be back in a couple days. We're going to talk about Raw. We're going to talk about the PWI 500. Another Hall of Famer was announced for a different company. All that and more. Thank you guys so much. As always, be safe and stay dangerous. Yes, sir.